Hello and welcome to this video, and I'll be reacting to Ukraine's song for Eurovision 2025, Bird of Prey by Ziferblat. A disclaimer. Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. The shortest and simplest reason being that I find the actions of the Israeli government to be abhorrent and their broadcaster isn't a separate entity. My reasons in their entirety, however, are numerous and too detailed for a disclaimer like this, but videos closely aligning with my point of view are listed in the description. I encourage you to watch those videos and do something. Further resources are added as and when they become relevant. I'll stop addressing this when it no longer needs to be addressed. This is a somewhat surprise winner amongst Eurovision fans, I guess, but not if you've been listening to Ukrainian fans. They've been saying they like this song, but amongst Eurovision fans it was 7th overall, and No Time to Cry was the fan favourite. For me personally, this was my number 3. I really liked My Sea by Melody, and I will be trying to commit the name Melody to memory because Ziferblat was my favourite last year, and I definitely do prefer Place I Call Home to Bird of Prey, but I do like the general vibe anyway, so I'm pretty excited about them going to Eurovision as well. A lot of people seem to be very mean about it, maybe because it's kind of a surprise winner to Eurovision fans. I don't understand why we're doing that. That seems immature to me. This is how Ukraine voted. This is who they've chosen to send. So this is what we're getting. Let me correct this cat pillow because it's driving me a little bit crazy. There we are. So this is what deserves to go to Eurovision. I don't remember loads of the song, and also the title being a pun didn't click with me when I was just reading it. So that clearly shows you that I wasn't fully conscious or something for listening to Ukraine's songs for the first time. So I'm very excited to give it another listen and watch the live performance as well. Robin is moving the camera. Please don't. Let's watch the live performance now. Oh, fancy font, different fonts. Ah, it is a female vocalist starting us off. I wasn't quite sure if the lead singer was reaching those notes when reacting to the studio version. That is an interesting shirt choice. I like the garden they've got going on. Is that their staging or is that there for everyone? I don't know, I was watching Vidbir. It took a long time. This is going in with full energy right away. And then we kind of come down. It does feel like it's rushing a bit, to be honest. Very nice. I do like these colours. We don't see such colourful stagings often, and I like them. They're also still cohesive, staying in the blue, purple, pink area with the green grass. It feels like a lot of effort to have put this grass in only for Ziferblat, so I don't know. I should have found out earlier. To be honest, I didn't know they would have it, but it's very pretty. Oh, yes, I like this breakdown. And some interesting shots through the flowers as well. I don't know if those vocals were quite exactly right, but this song is full of emotion, so the emotions could have been overwhelming. These cares and stuff could be a little bit off-putting to some people, who aren't familiar with this style of singing. Very pretty melodies on a piano or something in the background. Very nice. I enjoyed that. To be honest, I do understand why Eurovision fans are being kind of mean about this. I don't think this is going to be a case where we see Ukraine break their non-qualification streak. I do think the staging needs a little bit more polishing, maybe some ideas for the LEDs, maybe a little bit more choreography and movement. A little bit, not loads. But the stage in Basel is also just bigger than the Ziferblat stage. So that's not really a concern for me. Also, the Ukrainian delegation is just excellent at elevating their stagings. So as I say, I'm not really worried. But if it doesn't quite click on the night of the first semi-final in the first half, it could be one of Ukraine's worst results. Because I think they almost always qualify in the top 7, I think. And I could see this being a borderline qualifier if things don't quite work out to plan, but I still think this will qualify. It's quite full of energy and emotion. Primarily it's full of emotion, and I do like it being a mix of English and Ukrainian. I think it would have probably been prettier only in Ukrainian. I think that would have worked better, but the English also gives accessibility, makes it easier for most people to understand something of the meaning of the song, not necessarily the whole meaning, but something at least. So I understand why it's partially in English, and like also I do prefer A Place I Call Home, so that one is in English as well. As I say, I do think this will be qualifying, and I really enjoy the song. But if you were to tell me right now that this actually came 11th or 12th in the semi, I wouldn't be entirely shocked, because it is Televo only. So I could technically, I guess, see this breaking Ukraine's perfect qualification streak. But honestly, I think it will be qualifying. Like, it isn't out of this world to me that this might not qualify, but I think it is qualifying, because the Ukrainian delegation is great at elevating stagings, and this is already well on the way to being a qualifier. What it can do in the final is a different question. We will have the juries then, so they can give it some points for the composition, but I'm not sure that this is a guaranteed top 10. And that's also okay. Ukraine doesn't always need to be in the top 10. It might still be in the top 10 if the staging is really, really wow elevated in Basel, but I'm not as confident about that as I usually would be for Ukraine's entries, unfortunately. So I do understand why there's Eurovision fans being mean about it, because it's not the most classical, typical, regular Eurovision song. But I do really enjoy it. I'm not going to lie, it is entering my ranking in 7th. Out of the 10 songs that I've heard so far, we have got 2 other ones chosen at the time of recording, but I haven't watched their live performances yet, so I'm not including them in my ranking. I do also, however, think that this will be a song that almost certainly will grow on me. It reminds me a little bit of Aya in that sense. I think this is definitely a song that I will enjoy more as the season goes on, but I already really do quite enjoy it. And I do like what Ziferblat are doing. I like their vibe from what little I've seen of them so far. So I imagine this will be growing for me, but it enters my ranking at 7th out of 10. Let's have a look at the community ranking as well though, because I imagine it's not boding as well. Yeah, it has entered in at 9th out of 10, if we're excluding Latvia, because I'm not including them in my ranking yet. That's very bad for Ukraine. Ukraine is a modern Eurovision powerhouse, so that's slightly worrying, but also not exactly, because Eurovision fans tend to really overvalue female pop songs, and this is not that. But that's all that I've got to say about Ziferblat's Bird of Prey. Please do let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you have anything positive to say? Because it seems the general fandom isn't that excited about this song. And remember to literally like the video if you liked watching it, and share it with someone else who you think might enjoy watching the video as well. If you'd like to, subscribe to the channel for more Eurovision 2025 and beyond content. But thank you ever so much just for watching the video itself, though. That's a great help as it is. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one that shows up on your feed. Bye! I'm very glad to see that you're happy, but could we maybe be happy over here?